Wanna turn the lights out.
Hey everyone, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. Welcome back to my channel. So, you clicked this video because you wanted to see a super glam makeup look or a just special events kind of makeup. I decided to go full on glam, foundation, concealer, highlighter, bronzer, contour, eyeshadow, lashes, the whole thing. So if you're interested on how I did this makeup look, then please keep on watching. Also support my girl Maddy. She also made a video, so I will link that down below. We decided to do like a part 2. Our first set of videos were all drugstore. This video has a good amount of drugstore and high-end products. I just loved making this look because the blue really makes my brown eyes pop. I mean, I love wearing blue. So you know, it's actually good because Go Warriors, blue is also one of their colors, and they are about to make history tonight. So enough babbling, let's get on with the tutorial, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Starting off with a bare face, as you can see, I have a tiny bit of a cold sore that's healing. It's pretty much new skin. It's what's taken me off of YouTube for like 2 weeks, but I'm glad to be back. I'm going to prep my eyelids with my Wet n Wild primer. I use this all the time. And I'm going to take this NYC. It's a waterproof eyeshadow base. And I'm taking this really beautiful blue color. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'm taking that to prep the eyes for eyeshadow. Then I'm going to take my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in medium. I'm pretty much just following my natural brow shape, and I'm filling in the sparse areas. So I'm going to go through this rather quickly. I'm going to have a full brow tutorial video coming up soon, so go ahead and check that out if it's not already up on my channel. So just look at me blaze right through this. If only we could do brows this fast. Then, because I'm hella extra, I'm going to be using a brow powder just to fill in some more. Taking that on my Delium Tools angled eyeliner brush. It's perfect for this and just really fluffing out the product in the front. To clean up my brows, I'm going to take a little bit of this NYX concealer in a jar, and I'm using that with an Eco Tools flat eyeliner brush to really just carve out the bottom and to highlight my brow bone. I have two great palettes here, one from Wet n Wild and one from The Balm. First, I'm going to take this matte white shade from The Balm's Meat Matte Nude palette. I'm using that to set the concealer and to highlight the brow bone. I'm using that on a BH Cosmetics blending brush. Then taking my Senna blending brush, I'm taking that yellowish transition shade in between the cream eyeshadow and the brow bone highlight. I later start to mix the brown and that yellow shade so I can get more of a crease color that I could see because it was almost the same color as my skin tone. I'm just using that to blend because I am going to build on that as I'm building up my crease shade. There's really no need for me to have two blending brushes. I don't know why. I needed one for the highlight and one for the crease. I just happen to have them. You could totally use the same brush. Don't mind me. This is one of my favorite palettes from Wet n Wild. It is the Blue Had Me at Hello. I'm taking that shimmery black shade and I'm building up the color in my outer corner. And I'm taking that on I think it's a Sigma E25 brush. And I'm building up the color slowly because black is really hard to take back. And I just rhymed. And I'm doing this in small circles and I'm just taking that and concentrating on the outer corner. Then whatever I have left, I start to bring inward. But as you can see, going slow and steady and just building up the color a little bit at a time. Then just going back to my large blending brush and I'm just blending out the edges so that it appears a little bit softer. Now as you can see, I'm just going back and forth looking at both eyes and just seeing if it's even, building up the color slowly but surely. And I opted to do my eyes first because this eyeshadow palette has a little bit of fallout, nothing too major, but I just wanted to make sure that everything was clean before I started my foundation. For my lid shade, I'm taking this shimmery, almost, I guess, satin blue. I'm putting that on top of the cream eyeshadow. In retrospect, I would have done this step sooner, but I had forgotten to do my brows. So what I would suggest is put the eyeshadow base, the blue cream that we had put on before, and then do your eyeshadow on top of it, because the point is you want the color to adhere to a sticky base. and I actually had let it dry down a little bit, so it was okay. I just had to work a little bit harder, but that's what I would suggest you do when you do your own eyeshadow. I'm taking that on an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It blends, like I'm taking the edge of the brush so I can blend it in that part that meets the crease. And so not only am I packing the color on, but I'm also blending the edges. Now I'm taking that green color and I'm putting it in the center. I tried so hard not to do a halo eyeshadow look. I mean, it's what I do. I like emphasizing the center of my eyes and making it the most shiny. So I took this color and it makes it a little bit more of a green tone. And so the cool thing about this eyeshadow is it gets dark and then it almost looks like water, is what I was trying to go for. So I deepened up the dark blue in the inner corner just to build it up because I kind of blended it away. And then I'm taking this inner color shade. I decided to use the light blue shade in the palette, but I should have highlighted after I did my foundation, so I'm actually going to go back to that later. Then taking any makeup wipe, I'm just cleaning up the edge and I'm sort of pulling it so that it has a more winged out shape. And so it's dual purpose. It's cleaning up the edge and it's just taking away any fallout. I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water to prep my face, my Cover FX Mattifying Primer for the center, and my e.l.f. Poreless Primer. You've seen me do this a ton of times if you watch my videos, so that's nothing new. And then I'm taking my Ultra HD foundation. I'm cracking up because I'm watching Arrow, and Ollie's sister just kicked his ass. Anyways, so I'm taking that on I think this is a Morphe M439. I tried it for the first time in this video, and it's pretty good. It's good at buffing out the foundation. I usually put this one with a makeup sponge, but I did like the coverage. It spread it out even. It's a really soft brush. Then I'm trying this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I don't suggest using a new concealer when you're doing your makeup, but I happen to have it and I just wanted to try it. It's actually really brightening, so something like this would make you look awake and really bright-eyed. So I used that with my fingers because I didn't have any clean makeup sponges. Really warmed up the product, and I'm just using that to blend out the edges and to bring it up all the way up to the eyeshadow sort of winged out area. Then I'm taking whatever's left and blending it around my nose. I'm setting it with my NYC loose powder, which I have depotted into this little container. I'm taking that on a blush brush from e.l.f. and then I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder on another e.l.f. complexion brush. It's a total face brush. It's softer than the original, so in case you're looking at this brush and you're like, no, those brushes suck, this one was reinvented. I'm taking this Becca Opal Poured formula, and I'm using that to highlight my chin, tip of my nose, cheekbones, and above my brows, and so I'm going to use a highlighter powder later. I'm taking this Jordana pencil. It is in the color, I think, like denim something. I will list all the products down below. It's a blue color, and so I wanted to use that to blend the lower lash line. I decided to take the lower lash line lower than how I usually do it because I really wanted the blue to show under my lash line. So again, I'm taking the blue shade that I had put on my eyelid, and I'm using that to blend the eyeliner pencil. So I went a little bit overboard with the lower lash line, so I decided to take the tiniest bit of concealer that I had left and just cleaned that up on the outer edges and then set it again with my loose powder. Like I said before, I should have highlighted at this point of the tutorial, so I just took that icy blue shade to amp up the inner corner highlight again, then doing some last minute blending with my brush. Really no extra product, but you can use a little bit of that yellow and brown shade in the crease again just to blend and make everything smooth. I'm taking my City Color Cosmetics contour kit and a BH Cosmetics brush to start bronzing my face with the bronzing shade. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques, I think it's the gold contour brush. I'm going to take the darker shade to further contour my cheeks. I seriously love this brush from Real Techniques. It's from the Bold Metals collection. I actually got it because Bed Bath & Beyond, it was buy one get one free like a few months ago, and I forgot how much I like it. I think there's a Morphe brush that's similar to that, but I really like that one. This is a pink champagne from Wet n Wild, and I'm taking that on a blush brush. This one is from a brand called Everly. I don't really know that they sell brushes anywhere. I found it at a farmer's market, and it's one of my oldest brushes, and it goes strong. I'm taking this Luxie Beauty highlighter in Goddess. It is a dupe for Becca's Opal. I'm pretty much putting that everywhere I had put the Becca poured highlighter earlier. Going back to the brows, I'm just combing them back into place, and I'm setting it with my e.l.f. Clear Brow Mascara. Now on to eyeliner. I'm taking my NYC liquid eyeliner in black, and I'm going to follow my lash line and flick a moderate wing. It's up to you if you want to make a really long one, or if you want to make a medium one, or even a small one, or if you want to skip eyeliner. I just decided I wanted it with this look because I'm going to be wearing eyelashes, so I wanted this to conceal the band. I don't think I've ever made an eyeliner video on my channel, but if you're interested, then we can do it. If not, I mean, this pretty much is what I do. So I take the line and I build it from the lash line, then I make a triangle shape, and then I just sort of fill it in. But let me know if you want a more in-depth eyeliner tutorial video. I'd be happy to do that. I'm going to go full glam and wear my House of Lashes iconic lashes. These are probably the biggest ones that I own because they flare almost all the way up to my eyebrows. I'm using that because I really like how winged out it looks. Now to clean up my contour, I'm taking a little bit more of that NYC loose powder on the blush brush and just using that to brush a little bit under the contour to clean it up. And then I'm taking this NYX, it's a lip liner in the color brown. Again, I will list everything down below. And it actually didn't really do much. I just wanted my lips to have a little bit of something. And I'm using the Sephora collection liquid lipstick in the shade Marvelous Mauve. And I'm going to finish the look. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.